Hey guys, welcome back to Cheryl K's Cooking Diaries, and today is Super Bowl day, and I wanted to bring y'all on because I wanted to show you how I make my cheese balls. So give me just a minute and I'll show you how I do mine, and they're very simple, so give me just a second. Okay guys, I made the bacon wrapped smokies for one appetizer, and then for the main course for the Super Bowl I made a big pot of beef stew. Now this is going to be our second appetizer, and that's it. But I'm just going to make a couple cheese balls. I'm going to make one for my husband and one for myself, and this is how I do mine, and they're very simple. Okay, so first of all, I buy a couple blocks of the Philadelphia cream cheese, okay, and then I buy 2 packs of the buddig beef. And what I do with this is I just chop it up. So we're going to use that. Now my husband likes nuts in his cheese ball. So we have some walnuts and we have some pecans in there, and I've already chopped all those up. They're ready to go. And that's all he likes in his. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my block of cream cheese and I'm going to put it in my bowl. So let me go ahead and do that. Drop that down in there. Everything's off. My hands are clean, by the way. All right. So now what I do is I have to use my hands for this, guys, because this is the cream cheese and it will stick all over my rubber spatula if I don't. So this is a handmade appetizer. So wait just a minute, guys. Let me get this off just a second. So here's what I do first. I take, like I said, my cream cheese, I drop it into a bowl. I take all of my meat out of my package. I get me a knife that I don't have ready. So I should be using my cutting board, but I am not right now because this is not going to take long. All right, I just take my knife. I go through my meat like this. My counters are clean. And I just start chopping it along like that. Turn it around. And then I start chopping it this way. I kind of make it as fine as I can, or cut it into small little pieces. Like this. And you can use whatever kind of meat that you all prefer, but we like the beef. The chip beef, whatever you want to call it. I kind of just go over it a little bit like this. Kind of make it a little finer. Everybody does it different. All I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape all this meat up and I'm going to put it into the cream cheese. I'm just going to drop this all down in there. Every bit of this meat, all 1 pack, goes into 1 block of the cream cheese. So, and then we're going to put the nuts in there, and that's all it takes, guys. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. The way I make mine, they're very simple. They don't take long at all. But when you get them into a ball, you have to let them set just for a little bit. And it's not too long. All right, so what we're going to do with this, now that we got our meat in here, just going to take our hand, we're going to go around it, and we're just going to kind of put that meat in with the cheese ball. Now, it's going to get all over your hands, but this is something you have to do in order to do this. But we're going to take the nuts here in just a minute, because I'm going to work this cheese in here first. Like I said, my hands are clean. I wash them good before I do this. Let me get my nuts. Now I'm going to sprinkle these in like this. I'm just going to put a few in at a time so we can kind of mix some of those in with the meat and cheese. And then we're going to do a little more. And then I'm going to save a few so I can roll my cheese ball in them. Okay. See, it's already starting to go into that ball. And that's what I want right there. You got to put down a sheet of parchment to do this. That way I don't have a big mess on my counter or anything. And like I said, don't have my cutting board out right now. So I like using parchment for this. So take your piece of parchment paper, lay it down on your counter. Take your ball of your cheese and your beef and your nuts that you have rolled up in there. And I'll try to get what I can out of my bowl. Okay. And any beef I see in there, I'll try to get it. All right. So now we've got our ball. So we're going to lay that down. Now what I do is I just kind of roll mine around a little bit. Just so I can kind of get it into a ball form a little bit better. Got to hold your parchment paper down though, because it will move on you a little bit. If you don't hold it, it's going to move. You can do this with foil or whatever you prefer to do it with. Okay. Sometimes I take my hands and I just kind of roll it around in my hands a little bit. All right. Wash my hands again. I'm going to pour my nuts back into this bowl that I rolled the cheese ball in or made it in. And then I'm just going to take this off. Okay. Take my parchment paper away. And then I got my nuts in there, guys. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is cheese ball in there, and I'm going to kind of roll it around just a minute. Just like this. Flip it over a little bit. Just roll it around in that bowl. And then just take it yourself and kind of twist it a little bit so you can get all those nuts out of the bowl. That's all you got to do. And what this does, guys, this helps scrape the bowl a little bit and get whatever remaining cheese is in there out of there. It doesn't make it clean, of course, but it does help get the rest of what's in there out. And that's why I do mine this way. So I like to get everything out of it. So, all right, a few little nuts there. See what I mean? It helps so much to do that. Okay, so basically, his cheese ball is done. And all I do lastly is I just shape it a little bit into a pretty good ball. And then I'm going to put it on a plate. And then we're going to let it set for just a little bit. And the cheese ball, guys, is plain. When I do my cheese ball, I just put the chipped beef in it and roll it. And that's all I do with mine. So there is his pecan and walnut cheese ball with the beef. We're going to put some plastic wrap over this, guys. So give me just a minute here to get some of this off. Well, let me find the ends first, y'all. Lordy. I'll tell you, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this kind of plastic wrap. This is a blessing. I quit buying the Glad because I had trouble breaking it off. I don't know if any of y'all ever have that trouble. And then it just wads up the saran on me. Reynolds is making some now with the built-in cutter. So if y'all didn't know that, check it out. Check out the Reynolds kind that's got the cutter on it now. It works so much better for things. All right. Let me get this. And then I'll take out what I need. And then all I got to do is make sure this is flat on my box. And just cut it. And that's what I really like about theirs. So, give me just a minute, guys. Let me get this right. There we go. See, that was simple. That was so simple. Love it. And I will continue to buy Reynolds saran just for the simple fact you can cut it like that and you don't have to worry about fighting with it to get it to cut on them other boxes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make mine real quick. This won't take long, guys. Like I said, mine is real plain and simple. I was going to do something a little different with it and put some other stuff in it tonight, but I decided no. It's getting a little later, and I don't want to be in here all night, and I want to go and enjoy the Super Bowl with my husband. So, okay, let me cut this. Sometimes this stuff never wants to come off right. So let me cut this open. Okay, let's see. So, like I said, I just use one block per each cheese ball. But you're more than welcome to use more if that's what you like to do. So I'm going to leave that in there. Now, this is the same bowl that I used for his. If I didn't already tell you that at the beginning, I might have. Lord have mercy, y'all. If I did, I apologize. Okay, I'm just going to take my knife, and I'm going to cut this meat like I did his. So, we're going to do the same thing we did to the other. We're going to get this in a pile. Oops. And now, this is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my hand and get my meat mixed in with my cream cheese. Just going to mix it all in there. I was going to do a little bit of bacon and green onion. Like I said at the beginning about the green onion, and I thought, well, yeah, I changed my mind. So it would have been good, but I thought maybe another time I'll do that. I'll do the green onion and the bacon cheese ball. All right, guys, we're getting it. I just got to make sure that I get all that meat blended into the cheese. And off the bottom of the bowl. Okay. And just sort of start twisting it a little bit. Got me a piece of parchment out. I didn't ahead of time. I should have saved the other, I guess. Okay. I kind of roll it in my hands. His had nuts on it, so it made it a little easier to fool with. And just 1 second. Being drizzled again. I don't put a lot, but I just put a little bit of some parsley flakes on it. Kind of put them a little bit in the bowl, in the bottom of the bowl. Just kind of toss it around in there a little bit, so it can get all over. There we go. That's all I do, y'all. That is it. Okay. Just to give it a little bit of color anyway. Nothing wrong. Get me one more sheet of parchment. Just going to lay this down. We'll roll this out. And there's no... Sort of roll this around like this. That's just how I do mine. And then roll it in your hand. Kind of get it shaped like a ball. Yummy, yummy. Some of it's a little greener on one side than the other, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. It can't be perfect. All right, y'all. I got my cheese ball made now. So, we have had 2 good appetizers tonight for the Super Bowl, and the main course was the beef stew. There it is, guys. Doesn't that look good? I know it's pretty plain, but to me, that looks really good. So, I'm going to wrap this like I did his. I'm going to do the same thing. So, let's get some of this out real quick, and let's get it wrapped so we can be done with this. Well, and get hold of it. Okay. That is that. Put that in there. And then go ahead and slice it. Or cut it, I should say. Here, let me do this again, guys. Kind of got it awkward. There you go. So I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator also, and I'm going to let it sit. And you got to let these set for a little bit. It's the only thing about a cheese ball. You do need to let them sit a little bit. At least I do. You know, everybody's different on, you know, how long they let the cheese ball sit, I guess. But I always leave mine sit for maybe about an hour. And that's about it. But now you can, guys, you can put it in the freezer if you want it done sooner. You can do it that way if you want. And as a matter of fact, my husband wanted his done that way, so I put his in the freezer. So just keep an eye on it because you don't want it to freeze. So if you want to eat it a little quicker, just stick it in the freezer and it should be ready to go for you in no time. So, but there's mine, and it is done, and it looks good to me. Enjoyed this video of me making my husband and I's cheese balls, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night, and I hope you all enjoy the Super Bowl. I know I'm going to go, and I'm going to go watch the game with my husband, and we're going to watch the crazy commercials that we love, and I always love the commercials during the Super Bowl. So anyway, guys, listen, if you don't mind, go to Cheryl K's Cooking Diaries on Facebook and like and follow and share. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also go over to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe there as well. I would appreciate it. So listen, y'all stay safe, and y'all have a good night. And always remember to keep God in your heart and God in your life. Bye.